Hey there, I'm Tamara Ridge, licensed marriage and family therapist. And today I want to talk to you about the connection between complex PTSD and chronic pain and how they fit together and what you can do about it. So first, if we haven't met before, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist who's healed my childhood trauma. And I'm always thinking about ways that I can share my process with you so that you can heal yours too. So recently, I have been exploring, as you know, you probably have heard about the ACE study, and if you haven't, it's Adverse Child Experiences Study. And what it does, basically, it says that if you've had childhood trauma, that you are at more risk for certain things like health issues and high-risk behaviors and even early death. One of the things that comes with childhood trauma is that we survive. We really try hard to survive trauma by pushing away when we're a child the pain that we experience and the fear that we experience. So when we grow up and we're now survivors of childhood trauma, we tend to push that emotional pain away. And if you spend any time on my channel, then you know that healing this trauma is all about getting into and stopping the ignoring, but paying attention to the pain, to the triggers, so that we know what it is that's causing us pain and fear in the present moment that isn't real, but was real in the past, and we can deal with it in real time to heal it. I've recently discovered something very similar about physical chronic pain. So I've in the past had a doctor talk to me about chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia. I grew up with asthma. I've had a lot of physical pain in my life. And even more recently, kind of arthritis pain. I've had a pain like under my armpit that I've had tested several times in terms of ultrasound to make sure there's nothing there, and there's nothing there. But I've recently discovered that I have a tendency to ignore my physical pain and push it away. So I was confronted by that and realized that it was maybe a bad trauma habit. So I started to stretch and to pay attention to it and to spend even more time connecting with my body instead of ignoring the pain, putting up with it, feeling like I just needed to endure it. And what I discovered is that going into the pain, paying attention to it and listening to it, instead of ignoring it, the way we do with typical triggers with PTSD, allowed me to do the stretching and the movement and the deep breath that actually alleviated pain. So, what I'm telling you in this video is if you have physical pain, it's probably because we spend our time trying to survive trauma, getting ourselves very tense in fear. And the body then learns how to hold that. It becomes a habit. And as you know, if you hold a fist for a long time, or if you keep a muscle for a long time, after a while, this gets sore. Or the fist, the hand gets sore. We start having pain and we need to rest. But what if, as a survivor of trauma, we have this perpetual holding and we never ever let go? Guess what? Eventually that's going to lead to holding our breath. It's going to lead to never letting those muscles rest. And then because of muscle memory, those muscles will develop the habit of staying like this instead of allowing release. And then we wonder about our pain. So I would challenge you. I want you to think about your relationship and your connection with your physical body. Do you have pain? And if you have pain, think about, do you ignore it the way you try to ignore and push away triggers so that you can get through and just push through, thinking you have to endure the pain? Or can you experiment with just maybe getting a little closer to it, doing some stretching, doing some breathing, maybe some yoga. And maybe you'll discover that your body is more well than you thought, but you've been holding books in an outstretched hand for years and years and years. And these sore muscles, or the pain in your side, or the pain in your legs and hips, could be because you never let go. It's just something to think about. And if you discover that you do have this tension, then I would recommend this video that talks about the psoas release that will help you learn to relax your body. That's all I have for today. I hope you're well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.